What if you could see your loved ones again? Your loved ones in the spirit world. Yes, that means your loved ones who have passed away, gone to the other side, and who are no longer with you here physically. I'm Diana Palm, and I help people reconnect with the other side through my spiritual grief healing program and through my many online programs for mediumship and mediumship scrying and all my books on that topic. Today, I want to talk to you about what it would take for you to actually be able to see your loved one on the other side. And this is possible. I actually teach an ancient technique called mediumship scrying, which teaches you how to get your eyes slightly out of focus, how to raise your vibration through sending energy to a partner and receiving it back, and how that can literally lift the veil so that you can see with these eyes. You can see into the spirit world. I've been doing this particular technique since about 2007, and I've taught it to thousands of people. I've very seldom run across anybody that had difficulty doing it. And if they did, they could always master the technique within a couple attempts. So, this is something every individual can learn how to do. This is your innate ability to be able to raise your frequency and vibration and be able to see through the spiritual veil. So all that's required is what I just said, raising your vibration. How do you do that? Well, I teach people how to do that through a very simple technique. Um, so you understand that like we are physical here, the spirit world exists just slightly above us in this vibration. And all we have to do is get up into this vibration and we can access this world, this the spiritual world, the unseen world, the invisible field around us. And it's much easier than you think, but it does take either some techniques or some practice. You have to know how to access it. I've worked with thousands and thousands of people who are grieving the loss of their loved one, and they always tell me, if they could just see their loved one again, or if they could just hear their voice or have that one final conversation. And I love being able to teach people how to do this, teach people that they can do this, and that it's not um, supernatural necessarily. It's not science fiction. It is spiritual, but it's also scientific because I photograph people doing this. I've been doing that for years as well. And you can capture the results on camera. So it is not a figment of the imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is not just being hopeful. You can actually, and I talk about this in my program about how easy it is to set up a camera and a tripod and photograph two individuals doing a mediumship scrying session and how the results are mind blowing. I've been sharing those results for many years in my Proof of the Afterlife conferences and different demonstrations and presentations. So I'm really happy to be able to offer this program to you guys. Hi there, I see you in the chat room. Oh, well, Tanya, yes. I mean, hi, Heidi. I see a bunch of you in there. Thank you for joining me. Tanya, I actually share that technique in an online class. I'll have the link below this video. It's called Mediumship Scrying. Right now, it's $199 to take the course, to learn the technique, to see a demonstration, to get PDF with instructions and everything that will make it super easy for you to do this. I have it in my school. It's my spiritual academy. So if you look below this video or any of my other videos, the link should be there. Otherwise, I'll post it out of this video as soon as we're done. But some of the results that I've seen over the years, I've taught people, I've taught other mediums that are professional mediums that have been doing this work for 20, 30 years. I had one time taught a whole group of them, and they were literally just blown away. They had never seen anything like this before, where it was so easy to access visually into the spirit world. So that was really cool to be able to share it with them. I've taught people in the paranormal world. I've actually done this on haunted investigations to tap in with the spiritual energies around us. It's amazing. People have literally kind of like had big reactions to what they've seen. Um, they've fallen out of their chair laughing, just out of joy and like overwhelm. I've had many, many people see their loved ones and just feel that heart expression and cry and just feel that emotional connection again. So this is good for any of your reasons for wanting to connect with the afterlife. Hi there, Elaine. Nice to see you too. Um, so yeah, this is I love to share these techniques, and you know that if you've read any of my books. If you haven't read any of my books and you're interested in the spirit world and learning how to develop your own gifts to connect with the afterlife, to understand your signs and symbols, to understand the death process and moving into the spirit world and how we can stay connected, make sure you check out my books on Amazon. I have 4 books right now: Setting Spirits Free, Mediumship Scrying and Transfiguration for Beginners. That will teach you a whole bunch of different techniques for learning how to scry for many purposes, but also the mediumship scrying. I also have the Love Book, which teaches you how to get your vibration correct for love. And my favorite book, my newest book, which is Death and the Afterlife. And that really takes someone through the entire process, not just about how to support a loved one who's passing and what's happening with them and how you can stay connected to them through the process and even after they die, but it's filled with real stories and real experiences that you can learn from to better prepare yourself for your own journey to the other side, and also be there to be that loving supportive person in the family that knows what to do next, the practical steps, the spiritual steps, and the emotional steps. So that's a really good book. But my programs, that takes it a step further. So if you're not in a position right now to get into a program, make sure you get one of my books that will really help give you the spiritual know-how, the knowledge, the discernment, whatever it is you're looking for in your own connection with the afterlife. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some of the other things. Sometimes when you're scrying, using the mediumship scrying technique to see spiritually, you can see all kinds of things, because once the veil is lifted to the spirit world, keep in mind our loved ones are there, but our angels are there, our ancestors, our spirit guides, and sometimes there's aliens or other entities, and sometimes that startles people. But there's nothing to fear in it, because the spirit world is all around us anyway. I always say, why don't you wouldn't you rather see into it? And then if there's something that you don't like around you, then you can access your ability to clear your space. But it doesn't mean that it's not there because you can't see it. So I always like to empower people to see spiritually, to know what's around them, to know what's impacting their energy. But mostly, I really love to teach it because I know there's so many of you that really want to connect with your loved one. And that's what drove me to learn this technique, and inspired me to share it with so many people over the years, because I had that need. I wanted to connect with my loved ones that were on the other side, and I wanted to simplify it. It makes me feel good to see them. It makes me feel good when I use techniques where I can hear them and have a rapport. Even though I'm a medium and I can do it all, in here, it's really nice to bring it into the physical, into the scientific, into the recordings, into the photographs. It's really nice to see it with your eyes open, and to be able to share this experience is really special. So, okay, Heidi. Okay. So, is somebody, yes, of course. Um, yes, okay, thank you, Heidi. Yes. So she asked if I've ever connected with people that have taken their own life. Absolutely. Um, so sometimes what I see when people come to me to do these sessions, I used to teach these sessions live before I put it online in a form of a class. But I used to have people come to my home or to a school or to a presentation, and I would teach many people. And I would connect with many, many people who had taken their own life. Just so you know, they don't show up in remorse, but they do show up with their loved one because they want to be seen and recognized if they still need help crossing over. And that's why I always do that technique as well. And I teach that technique in my book, Death and the Afterlife. So That's really important to know because when I'm doing a group and I see loved ones showing up, I can feel their vibration and energy. I can feel if they're at peace or many times they've taken their own life. It's not unusual to run across that. And it's a very simple technique just to connect with them and put them right in the light so that they can continue to advance and completely heal and leave their worries behind finally, because sometimes suicide energy gets stuck in the earthly drama that they were in when they took their life. So we just want to be able to heal them and move them forward. And it's pretty easy to learn. I've been doing it for many years. That's one of my special gifts. But I also teach it, and people can learn how to do that for sure. Um, sometimes my clients will come to me with loved ones. Sometimes their loved ones are already ascended, they're already in heaven in the light, and they'll come with my clients just to pop in and say hi. And other times, when I see them, I can tell that they're just like not in the highest vibration yet. They're not completely healed. They haven't completely embraced the light. They're still stuck in some of the stuff that they experienced while they were living. And those are the ones that we heal quickly and just make sure that they're completely in peace. Because doing that actually helps the entire living family and all the friends connected to this person. Once that person has gone into the light and healed, it releases the unhealed energy that others feel about the death, and anything that was unfinished. It just kind of like picks that up and releases that from everybody who's holding on to that pain. So it's a very powerful technique. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heidi. Yeah. It's real. I'm really sorry that you're going through that and that you've experienced that. There's been a lot of suicides. I mean, that's been on the rise for a number of years. And I feel like there needs to be more helpful information about that. It's not so much, I would say, about why people did it, but just that they're healed. That's all anybody really truly wants, is just to make sure that their loved one is completely at peace and also to bring that peace to yourself. So that's why I've set up all my services and reached out in so many different ways to help you guys that are really dealing with loss. I know how important it is for the human soul to be able to live life and to move forward living life after losing a loved one. Part of that is that whole healing, is spiritual healing. And number one on that list is my loved one okay? We all want to know that. We all want to know if they're okay. And the second step would be, can I see them again, or can I connect with them, or can they visit me? Because we don't want to lose our connection. That connection is so helpful for you. It is extremely healthy and positive and beneficial to stay connected to your loved one in the afterlife. But you just don't want to stay connected to the energy of their pain or suffering. You definitely want to see them in the highest light and connect to them there, because that's where they can help you with your journey. They can help you with your life path, and they can inspire you to continue living in a really meaningful, beautiful connection with them and with all the other things that you came here to do. So they're really, really helpful. Um, let's see, I'm having a hard time because of my light. Yeah, I'm reading a whole bunch of comments here. Oh, yes. I get it, Heidi. I'm extremely empathic too. If you're extremely empathic, you most likely have some mediumship ability, whether you've decided to develop that or not. But if you're interested in that, I have a course for that. But it really helps to get your energy clear, from your clients, to make sure that you're staying in the highest vibration possible. Because as an empath, we absorb from everybody all the time. So if you're working in the grief industry, or helping people that are going through that kind of loss, it's easy to take on a lot of their pain and a lot of their emotions and the different things that they're experiencing. So you definitely want to nurture yourself, honey. You want to take good care of your physical body, but also your emotional and spiritual body, and make sure you're really doing your cleansing and protecting, cutting cords all the time so that you're not actually letting that fill up your space. But it's really great work, and it's very needed. Let's see. Okay, good. Okay, I'm seeing somebody's brother made it to the light. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Highest vibration wall. Oh, you know what? I understand that, but I know someone has a comment on there about inflation going up. Yes, that's true. But it's not about thing. Here's the deal. If you're waiting for circumstances to be right to raise your vibration, you'll never raise your vibration. That's the honest truth. Raising your vibration does not mean every situation in your life is perfect or correct or even manageable on that level. That's your mind trying to say, well, I'll feel better when? I'll feel better when this is better. I'll feel better when I have more money. I'll feel better when my whole family's healthy and happy and thriving. Raising your vibration can't be conditional. Raising your vibration, is like being able to be at peace with where you're at and to change your perspective on things to lift your energy. And honestly, when you lift your energy, you actually attract more money, more love, better situations. So if you're waiting for things to be better before you feel better, it won't happen. You have to feel better first. So there are many tools that you can apply into your life. There's many techniques you can do to help you, but it's really, really important. It's personal work. It's daily work. I still do this myself. It's a practice. Maintaining a high vibration um, is really important in whatever situation you're going through. And that's the quickest way to shift the situation that you're going through, no matter what it is. So, if you're in a high vibration, yes, you can attract more money to help with the inflation situation. Um, there's unlimited opportunities, but when we're feeling limited and stuck, we can't see them, and that makes us feel more hopeless. So it's really important to clear those energies of hopelessness and feeling trapped or isolated or limited so that you can get up there and create and manifest and attract and align with better paying opportunities or even lowering your cost of living, whatever it is. There's a lot of different ways people do it, but you have to raise your vibration first to kind of be in the vibrational frequency of the solution. And you don't have to do it for the world, just for yourself. If everybody did that one person at a time, it would really take off. It's like we learn through osmosis. So, okay, guys. Yeah, money is magic. Money is energy. It's an exchange. And so to be in the frequency of money, we want to keep a high vibration. So thank you for that comment too down here. um, Okay, you guys. So I have to actually get off because I have a private session right now. I've got to pop on the phone. I just wanted to really let you know that if you want to learn how to see into the spirit world, if you long to connect with a loved one, if you're curious about it, or sometimes paranormal people want to learn how to see spirits. Sometimes mediums don't see with their physical eyes and they really want to learn to see this. Make sure you check out my program, Mediumship Scrying. The link will be below this video, and it's amazing. I love to see people being able to connect with a loved one and also be able to like see into the spirit world. It's amazing, and it's sometimes, like I said, it's shocking because they're like, oh my god, I can do this. And that's the way that I felt the first time I did it in 2007. I was like, I'm actually seeing on purpose. It's not just happening to me. So it's really empowering to learn that you can connect with the afterlife. And also, it's also really important to know that your life is not just one isolated um, time in existence. We continue to exist. So there's no reason to escape it or wait for it to be over or anything. It's like, okay, let's have fun with this. Let's play the game. Let's have fun with this. Let's make some changes. Let's change our vibration. Let's see what we can do in this reality to make it really pleasurable and meaningful and fun and filled with love. And when we go on the other side, we'll be doing the same thing, and we continue to exist. And sometimes when you see into the spirit world, you see that and you get to connect with that. So it's not over. You can connect with your loved ones on the other side. You can see them, you can hear them, you can photograph them, you can record them, you can keep them in your life. So I guess that's my message today. And I wish you all a beautiful week. Bye bye.